Okay, hello one and all, and this is a brand new video from me. So today I'll be breaking down how to play an almost perfect game of big team battle in Halo Infinite matchmaking. I'll be pausing the video and outlining things as I go along, so please do bear with me. This will be a video that has no cuts. So yeah, I'm just putting out this video because I had a great game and I thought that I made all the so-called quote-unquote the correct decisions. So without further ado, let's get into the gameplay. So as I spawn up, typically what you want to look for are let me pause it here. So typically what you want to look for are these symbols, right? They're all over the map, like they are power weapons. So in this case, it's a sniper and that's the camo. These are easy to memorize the more games you play on the same map, and sometimes the weapons, they do rotate out. So some of the other weapons that are not power weapons, they do rotate out. So you have to kind of load into the map in order to be able to find out which weapons they are on rotation. But if not, go for the BR as well. Go for the BR or the Bandit Evo if they're on the map, if they're near you, for a more long range advantage on the map. Because the default Bandit is great, but it can't cover a longer range. So gonna just... So right here I grabbed the plasma pistol because grabbing a plasma pistol, I'm expecting a Banshee to fly over to our base, to overextend to our base, because sometimes in matchmaking players do that. So I was hoping to paralyze the Banshee and keep it immobile, and for my team, or either myself or my team, to take it out. But this is just an anticipation. So I know that the BR is here, but it seems like it's a Mando this time, and my teammate grabs it. So I mean, because due to his spawn location, obviously he'll grab it faster than me. So he grabs it and I immediately move towards the repulse. Getting equipment is really important because it can change the outcome of any individual engagement or even group engagement that you get yourself into. So always be sure to pick them up. Utilize the sandbox, and first thing you should be prioritizing at the start of the game is going for these sandbox items. So right here, I'm going to find that there's a BR. That's great. I'm going to trade it out with the Bandit because I want to keep my plasma pistol with me, as I feel like that's a better advantage in terms of the sandbox weapons I have on hand. So right here, I'm going to go for this camo. Right, so camo is very important. I almost always play for this at the start of the game, depending on my position. And the camo is a very important power up, especially in BTB. I would argue that in general, if there's a camo or rockets or sniper in big team battle, any map, guarantee to give your team an advantage. It's guaranteed to give their team an advantage. So always go for that off the rip. So right here, I throw a check nade because I'm anticipating people to pop up and challenge me for the camo. So I pre-nade that angle first. I back away to the right just in case anyone tries to peek shoot me, and I find a mongoose. So I start shooting. The first priority I have is getting the camo. Since I know the mongoose is no immediate threat to my life, I pop the camo first. So in the event that I die, the other team doesn't have the camo, right? Alternatively, I could have shot first, but if you look at my motion sensor, right, there's like more than one enemy around me. So someone might trade me out if I don't pop the camo soon enough. So that's my reason for popping the camo first. So I got the camo. My priority is to actually get out with my life. And someone actually threw a fusion coil, but thankfully I managed to get out with my life and the camo. So I'll re-engage somewhere else. So right now I spot this guy out. I saw that he was weakened by the damage over there. So I take him out. That was an easy kill. And right now I reposition back towards here because I remember that there were some enemies towards this side, so they might try to push this side. I found a Warhawk coming out, and this is what my plasma pistol was for. This is why I picked it up for. I stun it and managed to stick it. This is why I always carry sticky nades around with me, so they're great for taking out or heavily damaging vehicles. I double stick it just for insurance, and I get my second and third kills here, and taken the Warhawk out of commission. I refill my fragmentation nades because I ran out of them, and nades are always good to have on you. So right here I push forward because I see that the enemies might be there on this side of the map, but I know that the rest are spawning up, so I take the fight here. Get an easy cleanup on the damage that my teammate dealt. Notice that there was another one. Wise to back away a little bit and re-engage with the plasma pistol. I was hoping to find the guy instead, but I found this ghost right here. So because I found this ghost right here, I'm going to paralyze the ghost. I'm going to try to shoot it just down a little bit. Notice my teammate is behind me, so I'm repositioning myself backwards. You don't always have to take all of the fights. Found this Razorback here, might as well paralyze it as the guy got out. My teammate got the kill. I noticed something on my motion sensor here, so I immediately turn because the vehicle might, depending on what they are, they might push through here. So I readied my plasma pistol as well. So right now, the ghost did push through, right? And then I stunned the ghost, pushing it back, and my teammate is there to help me. So he gets out of the ghost because he's afraid that we will kill him before he gets out of the ghost. So he gets out of the ghost, and that's his mistake. So now we get him. He throws a nice nade. I noticed the ghost was going to blow up, so I quickly get the kill and move away from the ghost. And of course I get my nades back after, because I've used the nades. So right here I reposition here because I think that the enemies are, my teammate is alone and the enemies are going to respawn on the left side of the map. I get more plasma grenades. My teammate dies here. I shoot. I'm starting to lose the gunfight, and at this point I can sense it, right? Based on the amount of shots I've landed and how much my health is. So I get a couple more peak shots in. Thank God my teammate was there to help me out, and I back away and I get the kill as I fade back in the cover. So right now I'm considered one shot, so I'll reposition here just in case the enemy tries to toss any nades in my direction. And I spot the camo out, but first I'm going to get BR ammo because I'm running out of BR ammo, and then now I'm going to make my way to the camouflage. Make the slide towards the camo as fast as possible. I swap out my camo for the repulse. Now, some people might have popped the camo right there and then, but because I know that my teammate has control on this side of the map, I would want the camo to last longer in its usage and utility. So I will wait for a bit before I pop the camo, and in exchange, I drop the repulse, which means I wouldn't have the repulse on me after I pop the camo. So that you gotta understand the trade-offs when you make choices like this. So I'm going to move up a little bit more before I put my camo to use. Okay, so right here I hear the door, the sound of the door. So sounds are very important in Halo. So I hear the door right over here. So I turn my attention towards it. It's likely an enemy, or it could be closed, and so I don't know. So I backed up just in case they were ready to ambush me with equipment that they found during the door. So right there I didn't see that guy, so thank God my teammate spotted him out. So I climbed here to take a different angle on him. I didn't see that guy on the right, so that's my bad, but I climbed here to take a different angle on him, and I charge up my plasma pistol to ready myself for the shot. I missed my shot, but I was able to recover, and he didn't expect me to shoot from above, so I get the cleanup. See, right here I see the snipe spawning, so I'm going to go for it. I'm going to wait for it and get the power weapon and a power position on top of this bridge. I spot out this guy here, and I ping so that my teammates are aware that he's there. I move back here to take a better angle because he was traveling right towards this direction. So I can expect him to show up around where I'm pre-aiming at, because this is a rock here, right? So we'll see if that happens. And he shows up, but unfortunately I didn't catch the timing on that, and I take him out when he shows up again beyond that tin pillar. So right now I haven't popped my camo still. It's because I haven't found a usage for it. I whiff a couple shots here, which isn't very good. I pop my camo just in case the guy was going to snipe me, and I can take an angle on him without him realizing. So right here I spot him out behind the drop wall. Unfortunately he didn't drop wall the entire angle, but he only drop wall towards the side that my teammate was attacking him with. If not, I might not have gotten the kill on him. But I take him out anyway and proceed to move forward here. Where the side where some of my teammates are at on the map. I spot this guy out here for a quick kill, so he was just crouching, but his head was obvious. So I get the 10 kill streak, killing frenzy here. Spot this guy out here. 2 quick shots. I noticed the other teammate, so I back away first just in case he was going to lay down the starting damage on me. And my camo dissipates. So the one thing I have to say about timing your camos is that it comes with experience. So there isn't really going to be a guide on in this video alone on like when's the best time to pop camo. So it's up to your game sense and your decision making. You could make a different play with the camo and pop it straight away. That's fine. So I grab the next camo as it's up, as it's pretty advantageous, and I notice I only have 1 sniper left in my bullet. I only have 1 sniper bullet left. So as I saw that the enemy boarded the Banshee, I wanted to kind of damage the Banshee at least so that my teammates have an easier time to take it down. Unfortunately, I missed my sniper shot here. And I dropped down because the Banshee can't see me then. I popped my camo because I realized that there were more than 1 enemy in this area based on how my teammates are engaging. So I popped my camos for an advantage so that I'm not facing them 1v2 out in the open. At least a 1v2, right? So right now I round up behind them. I take the pathway to try to get behind them rather than engage them in a forward path, because if you engage them in the forward path, there is a chance that they may, within their field of vision, see the camo and they start shooting and they catch you out first. So even with the camo, try to play conservatively for guarantees. Always play for guarantees. I round up behind this guy here. I get a back smack with him. Unfortunately, the game didn't register that as a back smack, but it's okay, I get the kill anyway. And then I get the kill on these 2 guys who were initially in front of me. The game is moving into a faster pace now with the vehicles in place, so I understanding that I get the BR ammo and I swap out my sniper for something that can take the Banshee down, because I don't have any more sniper ammo left, so I'm gonna go get the Hydra and to try to take the Banshee down, which could be a problem, a huge problem for my team, especially in BTB. I scan here just to make sure that no one has OE to our side, managed to sneak through. I hear the Banshee. So right here, the moment I hear the Banshee, I'm checking my motion sensor. And if it's a big one, you can assume that it's a vehicle, and since there's only 1 Banshee in play right now, this is the one, right? So I know where the Banshee is. And I try to aim towards where the Banshee is. Locked on the Banshee and try to lay down some damage. And right here I noticed a plasma nade flying at me. Thank god it didn't get me, so I reposition myself immediately, and I see that the enemy got out the Banshee due to the Banshee being destroyed. So my teammates have destroyed the Banshee while I laid down the damage, the foundation damage. So whether the player has died or not is a little bit irrelevant, because as long as the Banshee is out of play, you got a lot less things to worry about in terms of damage on the map towards your team and how much presence the enemy can take. That takes precedence. So, you know, the straggler that flies out of the Banshee, he has very little options and most likely would not survive most encounters. So right here I see the bandit. So with the Banshee out of play, I immediately go for the bandit so that I have 2 mid to long range weapons to fire, so that if I ever run out of ammo or if I need to reload for one, I can just simply switch to the other one and continue firing. So right here I noticed when my teammate died. So all of these things, like the clues of, you know, where your teammate died, can provide information without, you know, them calling out. So good to take in this kind of information. I move towards where my teammate died, aware that the area isn't clear, so I see and try to spot out how many enemies there are before I go charging into the area and get outnumbered. So I lay down damage, my teammate managed to clean it up, but that doesn't mean the area is clear. I spot this guy out, I try to lay down damage, he's obviously backing to that area. So I reload first, as I'm aware I shot quite a few shots, and I go for the camo. See, noticing these things and the timing of them since they gave it to you is very important, right? The camo's up in about 10 seconds since I laid eyes on it, and I got to make my way towards it so that I know I'm there for the pickup. So I make my way to the camo. Right here I scope in because I know that's where the enemies were, or that's where I saw the enemies. So they might be making a push for the camo or for the sniper rifle. So I pre-aim this angle right here, so to stop them also from getting a sniper rifle, but to also stop them from coming down towards me. So if I have the first shot, they might back away, but if they don't back away, I might win the engagement and also protect the camo. I see, you know what? I see my teammates moving up. That's why I descoped. I get the camo. The sniper's up. My teammates are laying down damage and pressure over here, so that's great. So what I'll do then is to move up for the sniper rifle. Okay, looks like my teammate took the sniper rifle. I'm gonna pop the camo to help my teammate here because the enemy would be focusing on the visible one, and I can use that as bait. And I get the Killjoy medal. I noticed the Banshee, another Banshee in place, so immediately I wrap back towards the base. Not pushing so far ahead, just in case I get reviewed while shooting someone else. I spot this guy out, get an easy kill here for the running riot. And I go back down to my base and pick up the ammo here. No idea what I was searching for. I think I was searching for the grapple maybe. But I did not get the Hydra for some reason. I think it's because the Banshee hasn't pushed to our side. I grabbed the plasma pistol in exchange for the Bandit. And the reason why I chose, even though I love the Bandit Evo, the reason why I chose the Bandit to swap out is because the BR has a longer range and is able to cross map over a bigger distance than the Evo. So it's more effective that way. So I chose to stick with the BR if I had to drop one of the weapons. No idea what I was doing there. I think I saw a little bit of the enemy and I just let go, or I could be just trolling. Was expecting a Banshee to appear again, so I jiggle peek here just in case, you know, the Banshee appears again and is looking directly at me, right? So I jiggle peek just in case the Banshee reappears and decides to fire some shots, but that didn't happen. Okay, I just fired it anyway because I think at this point I still have no idea how to... Oh, I missed my plasma pistol shot. But I have no idea how to change the weapon without releasing a charge, I think. I was aware of where the bandit was, the Banshee was, and went down low because if I was up high, I would be within the Banshee's purview of sight, right? If I was on the second level. So I decided to attack him from below because I know that there's less likelihood the Banshee would be looking down at this area since none of my teammates are there and they are not they're not flying towards the ground and seeing me there. So I managed to get him with the plasma pistol, and then I hear another Banshee behind me, and I was kind of pinned down here. Tried to disable that Banshee, but I have to leave it to my teammate, I guess. I come down here a lot when there are a lot of vehicles in play because this is the one spot where vehicles can't typically reach you. I see the lasers firing out here, I know it's a ghost, and I see my motion sensor. Also, on my motion sensor, I spot another guy above, because if it's bright red if it's on the same level as you, and it's just red if they are on a different height than you. So this guy, I know because I'm below my base, I know that this guy is above in our base on the second level. So I prepare my plasma pistol shot just in case the ghost was going to kind of push and fit itself in, because some people can do that. I check to make sure the ghost wasn't there anymore, and I check my motion sensor to see, and now I see, as you can see, there's a bright red motion sensor here. So I know that an enemy is trying to push through here, and then the rest are upstairs. So right here I see the guy, I get him with my plasma pistols, his shields drop, and my teammate finishes him up. I would have done it anyway, but because he was outnumbered here. And the one thing that you should do, even though you might have your enemies pinned in the base, is not to just rush in like that alone without a plan. He didn't even pre-need it. But our teammates, we had more than enough members of our team holding down the space, so it's almost impossible for the other team to kind of break through with just one player. So right here I noticed that the Banshee, I noticed both the motion sensor and the Banshee's damage here. So, and I know my teammate grappled towards it, that's why I backed away. I knew I didn't need to engage that. And the Banshee, in his last ditch attempt, tries to splatter me as my teammate is hijacking him. So because I know that the Banshee is wide enough that it won't fit through here, I back away and manage to not get splattered. And I know that once they are hijacked, this guy is left defenseless. So I will try to clean him up. And I do. And right now they're getting the lead because of the vehicles, and I see on my motion sensor there's someone coming in again, so I was prepared to aim that spot. I help my team secure the kill here, and then I spot out another guy coming in from here. So my team, unfortunately, is not going to live through this because he's 0 shields, but I'll clean up the kill for him, I believe. So this guy shoots the shotgun at me instead, and the enemy lobs a nade. So I just have to make sure I avoid that one and save my teammate. So he prioritized the wrong target there. Oh, but my teammate was killed because of the nade. Well, it works out very well. I get the shotgun because in enclosed spaces like this, the shotgun is very effective. So know the space you are in and pick the right weapon for that space as well, not just the circumstance. So I see right here the sniper's coming up. Which typically means the camo will be coming up, but I think because someone took the camo at a different time, so I checked that for the camo and it's not there, so I'm going to just make my way towards the snipe now that the enemies are not overrunning our base. Teammate takes a sniper, that's alright. I'll help him watch other angles that he's not looking at. Complementary angles. So notice that my teammate was sniping towards this side, right? So another place where enemies might try to take out my teammate with the sniper is here and here. So that's why I check complementary angles so that my sniper teammate will not be distracted. Spot this guy out. Turret guys are typically very slow moving, so you should not be putting yourself out in the open like that. I make my way forward here as I see my teammate alone, and I'm trying to take out space with my teammate. I spot this guy out here. Upon checking my angles, lay down some shots. Notice he has a skewer, so I back away just in case he was going to peek out and one-shot me with the skewer. So I just needed to keep him there. So I threw a nade, backed up to another angle. Notice the camo is coming up, so I ping the camo. So sometimes teammates pay attention to the ping and they may play around that. And I already hear the scorpions in play for both sides. I reposition again. I spot this guy out and my teammate comes in, and I hope that my teammate cleans him up, which he does. And I ping the camo again just as it's about to come up. Make a play towards it. Checking the same angle again, see if anyone's watching that door. I immediately throw my nade and I go to the sides to check. I can only check one side, but I get the camo anyway on time, and I pop it with my shotgun. So right here I move here because I noticed that none of my team was on this side of the map. So I move in with my camo and I can move forward confidently knowing I have the advantage here. Hop out of these rocks, spotted this guy out. Notice that there were 2 on my radar, right? So then obviously the actions that I take will change in this scenario. I think I screwed up a little bit here, but I think it ended up pretty okay. So I noticed that they deployed the drop ball, and I went through the drop ball in order to shoot. And the melee mechanics here was a bit funny. So I managed to get the kill anyway. I missed my mini, but I still secured this kill. And immediately I don't shoot the next guy because my camo revealed itself and my shields are low. So I stay quiet first and then kill the guy when he's not looking at me. But my teammate got the kill anyway, so it doesn't matter, it kind of worked out. So right now we are tied 92-92. And we have a Banshee, so that's quite reassuring. Although the game didn't end the way that we wanted it to end. So right now I reposition back towards my base. Not pushing up and giving more kills because there was no one on that side of the map anyway. So I'm not going to push up and expose myself and die. And right now we are on the back foot here. As you can see, we're 93 to 96. Check my angles again. Check here. It seems that there's no one visibly right here within my sideline, so I'm just going to move up a little bit. And now we're tight. I spot this guy coming over the main cannon, try to lay down some damage, but immediately, as I scoped in, I also saw this Banshee. So I took some shots, scoped out, and got clear of it. The Banshee sideline, just in case the Banshee was aiming at me. I immediately turned around right after backing away and threw out this drop wall here. And just nice, the enemy was also firing me here. But that drop wall was more to block the Banshee if the Banshee was going to chase after me, like the initial shots, so that I can get away and maybe drop down and hopefully live a little bit longer. Because I have the drop wall advantage, I fire back knowing that I have the advantage in terms of shields, and I get the reversal and the rampage as well. And I noticed my teammate chasing the enemy Banshee. I tried to get out of the way, lay down a bit of damage since the Banshee wasn't going to get to me. But I slide down here back to the basement of my base because the Banshee might turn around and decide to make me his target instead. Because if someone is going down on the other team, especially in the vehicle, they might want to take out collateral damage, especially if they are in a losing fight against our vehicle. So I make the slide here, try to get the cover as much as possible, and it's 99.99. So I know that we can't die here, and I spot this guy out on my motion sensor, so I'm aware of him. And I was watching here, but then I noticed that my teammate was engaging with him just a tad too late, right? So I was hoping he'll either win the fight or he'll bring him into my view so that I can help him win the fight. And alas, I was a little bit late. He does go for the melee. I wasn't aiming that, and we didn't get the final kill and we lost by 1.
Just not today.
Yeah. But all in all, this was just, I won't say it's the perfect, it's definitely not the best, but it's just optimal game of how to play your life and awareness in BTB in general. Obviously, this takes it's a different thing if you're facing against BTB pros and people that are better than you, but in general you can play like this and take notes of little details like this to have a much better experience playing BTB and living, and BTB may not be so frustrating. And all of this is done on 200 ping. So my ping was 200 even though this clip was recorded in theater. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.